Just another quickie video update. The fuse box is now bolted back in. This fixing I couldn't get back on. I think it's to do with the way the wires are routed, so that's just cable tied just to hold it in place, but it can't go anywhere. It's got pins, 2 pins that locate at the bottom. Found quite a lot of nasty sort of joins. So there was some sort of joins sort of like this, where it looked like a wire was joined onto another wire. I thought, oh well, it's soldered, and I pulled the tape off and it just twisted together. Just 3 wires twisted together and a bit of tape behind. There's about 4 or 5 of those, and some of them did feel a bit loose. So all of them have been sort of connected together and shrink wrapped. It's obviously at some point had some melted wires, as they normally do, like the older Volkswagens I work on. And you could see in places where the wires had melted and touched other wires, and they'd just sort of taped the wire up. It not damaged the wire, it just gone through the sleeving a bit. So I've just sort of pulled all them off and checked them and then retaped them up, because as long as the wire's not broke, I'm not too worried as long as they're insulated. Don't quite know what that extra relay there with the yellow connectors is for. I don't know whether that's for the fuel pump or I don't know what that's for, but anyway, it's pretty much everything works except one headlight, so I think that's probably just a bulb. I've took all the fuses out and cleaned them up. Somebody did put a comment on saying just replace all the fuses, and I take his point, because sometimes they can have like a groove cut into them by the sort of the copper bit. But the new ones I've tended to be able to get recently, they're not as pointed as they should be, so they don't sort of go, they pop out quite easily. And most of these, they were just a bit khaki, but they're all decent original ones, so they've all been cleaned up. One thing I'm not sure about is this little yellow wire here. I think that's the replacement starter relay. I did get the proper one, but it didn't seem to work. But I think this wire here is probably bridging the fuel pump, where the fuel pump relay would do, so the fuel pump comes on all the time, which I'm probably just going to leave that because it works fine, and I've got a spare relay in case it gives me any trouble. So yeah, that's about it for this side. The 2 big earths there I've cleaned up and put new connector on that one, cleaned them up. They were a bit khaki in between them. Use a little wire brass brush, should I say. So yeah, that's it. Just wanted to give you a quick update.